Welcome to Warren 2009 Fantasy Football, the show.
Pump the jams, pump it up, pump up the beat, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Let's go, let's go. Week 9, here we come.
Here we go. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Hey, Lou.
Hey,
How you doing?
just doing the new fantasy football aerobics routine.
The fantasy football aerobics. Getting back into it, you know?
Getting back into it. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting week 8.
Dude. Such a low scoring week.
It was.
For everybody.
I think
except
only
for-
one person passed their projections. That was the old
Yeah.
commish.
Nice job, Fish.
The only one doing work out there.
Yeah, that was a wild, wild week. Really low scores. And you know what? Let's just run through it. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Lou.
Let's run through
give
it.
us a
Okay, well,
recap.
we already mentioned it. Dak Street's back. 161 over Tickle My Pittman. 101, man. I don't know. I don't know where we're at in the belief.
I don't know. It's tough. Especially watching Kansas City this week. That was tough.
It's been a rough go for them, hasn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Great training in progress. 93.6 over crate trained in another catch and some yards.
Oh,
And
that's all
we
it was.
We got a win. 92.3 had to leave. Sterling Shepard had to leave that game early. Woof.
Just one more catch, man. Instead, he's on
Just
the ground
a
rolling around.
Free win. Okay, 2 Cooks, 1 Coop, 129 over Put a Hawk in it, quieting down to 111. Mixing the Cup of Herbs, 120 over newly named Cratered.
Cratered.
93. And then the game of the week.
Yeah.
Newly named Week 9 Gay Train. CMC. Taking down Rugs and Tugs in the Big House. Newly named 90 points.
Man.
Coming off of his 200-week burner, he burnt out.
Burnt out. And then he gets the news about Ruggs earlier this week.
Yeah, we had. I was in another league. We had an arrest pool. It was up to like $300, and the Rugs owner, $300.
Man. Nice.
$5 a year from everybody. I think we were going on like 3 years.
Well, there you go. $300, man.
Yeah,
Nice.
for doing nothing at all, just for drafting the Deshaun Watson owner was pissed because he had drafted him knowing that there was an arrest pool. And he was like, "I'm totally gonna win it."
I'm gonna have it.
Nope.
No, instead he's been sitting on idle for like 8 weeks.
I don't
Just
know.
nothing's happening. Almost got traded. Oh, probably could have started. Instead, Henry Ruggs scoops in. Oh man, terrible. And then the rest of the league,
Let's not make light of it either.
No.
It's a terrible thing.
terrible. Also, the rest of the league shifting gears. COVID, like COVID left and right, injuries left and right.
Yeah. God, we're not even through Wednesday, and it's just been COVID, dealing with an issue. Could not play, maybe doubtful. I don't know. Who knows?
This is COVID. Oh wait, maybe it's not COVID. No, it's not COVID. Just kidding. Oh man, it was a bad week. It's a bad week. So this week was definitely low scoring. Got a little bit of stats here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just bring it up. Jonah Hill hit us back up. Just throwing out the stats. Thanks, Jones. Moneyball going on here. It was the season average low for points. Like it was 112 for the season low average for the league in general. Like
Woof.
four teams were sub 100 after we have included a second flex spot. This has been rough.
Anything can happen, any given Sunday. And Monday. And Thursday
of course, night. Oh, yeah, and Thursday night. Which, this Thursday night, is anybody going to watch that game?
Well, I got something invested. I got Michael Carter rolling out there.
I suppose you got Michael Carter. That's probably the best thing to be looking out for there.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Pittman, Taylor, that's about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I think what? Carson Wentz, is he holding on to Carson Wentz or no?
So far, last I checked.
So far? Okay, so also another one to keep
the
an eye out for.
I believe, is still going with the Wentz.
But Moneyball also wanted us to know that the free agent team would have kicked all of our asses. The perfect free agent team would have put up 186 points. So you should all feel bad, including you, Commish. You put up a great game. But
you would have gotten dunked up, dude.
Take that, Commish. Lou, you got a couple stats too, don't you?
Yeah, I went through and did my thing during my work hours. When I should be working, I decided I wanted to look at some stats again. Did a couple of things. We went through this list 3 weeks ago. I was looking at your top 10, top 20 players and just seeing how it paired up. I realized after doing it, I probably could have done it more efficiently or even more accurately. I should have looked at points per game played, because now we got some bye weeks. This was when we did it 3 weeks ago. That was before any bye weeks, so everyone was an even playing field. So some things got shaken up, but a few takeaways. Actually, a lot more teams without top players at positions. Last time there was 1, 2, 3. I had 4 blanks on there across the teams. This time we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blanks. So yeah, so just looking at it, we'll start top down. I have somebody in the top 20 at each position. Quarterbacks and tight end are the exception. They're just top 10.
Okay.
So I have somebody there. Josh, you got someone everywhere but tight end. Still holding on to the Higbee B.
I'm a Hig believer.
Danny, whatever your team name is now, Dak Street.
Dak Street's back.
Dak is quarterback 12 on the year, and that is the only position you don't have a top spot at. Then let's see.
And he's about to be back, too.
Yeah. Robbie, you got somebody at every position, especially with the new acquisition, as long as someone doesn't come in and take it. But Hill will be your number 2 wide receiver, or he is the number 2 wide receiver on the year thus far. Amari Cooper makes the 20 spot. And Waller's still tight end 10. Maybe we should be, holy cow, he's only the tight end 10 on the year.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dale, still no quarterback. Last time we did this, you had the quarterback 10 in, that was the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins at the time. Still got Wentz, I see. Who cares? You have 4 top 20 wide receivers and 3 top 15 running backs and 2 top 10 tight ends. Still holding on to Dawson.
Okay.
Eric, still pretty much in the same boat. I have an asterisk here, though, because you still have Cordero Patterson, who counts as half running back, half wide receiver.
Fair.
But you actually have the same number. You have the same number of top 10, 20 guys and the same number of top 5 guys. Same goes for Danny, actually. Ranicky, no top 10 tight end. I don't even know who your tight end is, but
I'm not alone. All right.
He's not on the list. Yeah.
Okay.
Chester, we got some holes, buddy. We got some holes. No, you got Stafford, number 2 quarterback on the year.
Yeah.
But
with the Q tag. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. But no top wide receiver, no top running back, and you got Gesicki, number 4 tight end.
Nice.
Jack, Mahomes and Kelsey are still up there. Good job in Debo. And then good job on Pittman. He's the number 17 wide receiver. That actually surprised me. I thought he was going to be a bit higher. But no top running back. But that wasn't a surprise. No top running back. It was all downhill after the I keep wanting to say force set, but that's not it.
What?
J.K. Dobbins. Just kidding.
Dobbins.
And then in the lonely last place, Matt, he's got 2 top 10 quarterbacks. He's saying, I don't want you anymore. Number 2 wide receiver on the year, Hill. I will have no top options at the wide receiver position. Running back, number 19 on the year so far, Antonio Gibson. And he's got Dalton Schultz.
Stuff.
Still, the trends are still moving. We're still in a moving phase here.
Yeah.
If anything, Dale and Eric are still very much on the rise. Chet Lyjak should be the most worried. And then Danny and Robbie are also pretty close to coming out of that playoff spot. Now, points are points are points. Wins are wins are wins.
Wins are wins.
I'm just saying, be careful. Robbie, well done on that trade. That would probably go through to get you another top guy, probably saving you into. So good job. Good trade.
Yeah, nicely done. He's improving his team. It was a very blockbuster trade too. I did want to talk about that with the commish. Yeah. I like it. But okay, so everybody's moving one way or another. Chet and Lyjak. Yeah, it's kind of tough, man. We want to believe. We really do.
Still do.
Deep down, we feel like it's still possible. You got this far with no top 20 running back. It's
and by
possible.
this far, we mean 9th place.
Okay, yes. To clarify, 9th place. Otherwise,
I had one other thing I wanted to bring up. I'm going to run through it real quick. I was looking at point differentials. So I was looking at how many points are you ahead in points for versus points against. Really kind of no surprise. It is really like top down, pretty much how it goes. But there are some outliers, so I'll just mention those. Starting, I'm going to give me and Josh a little pat on the back. We essentially have a whole week's worth full of points separating us from our points scored against. I have 165. Josh, second place with 125. Looking at it here, there are only 5 teams with positive point differential.
Okay.
Positive point differential. So that's me, Josh, Danny, Robbie, and Dale at +8 over points scored against. Everyone else, the bottom 5 are all negative substantially. Ranicky is actually the 6th at -16 points. Then it goes 76, 96, 103, 139. Chet. It is a blessing you are in 8th place. You have been totally whomped on. Actually, the guy that's been most whomped on was Eric.
Eric, yeah. Eric's pulling through, man.
Eric has only 3 more points scored against him than you have points scored for.
Yeah.
So he's just been getting railed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway, okay, so if this tells us anything, it's that Ranicky might have the best chance of pulling it out, but Eric has the most points scored for, so that could average lower.
It's tough to say, though, because Henry goes out. Like, that's
I forgot about that. That changes a lot of things, man.
Yeah.
Oh, our bottom 4 may have already been decided.
It's possible. May have.
I won't count anything.
I've always been surprised. There's always injuries. There's always, at least this season, COVID to mix things up. So
yeah, Adrian Peterson. Who knows?
Yeah.
He's got it.
Right.
My prediction, He's in for the first drive, or whatever drive he starts. I think McNichols might get the start, but then whatever drive, even if it's not this week, next week, one drive cramps, and then it lingers, and then it's a bigger issue.
That's good. I was actually going to predict something similar, where he would probably get, a couple goal lines, opportunities. He would score on one of them and then go down for the rest of the day with an injury. It's tough to tell. It'll be interesting to watch. Nice bidding, Scott, by the exact dollar amount that Danny bid on.
Oh, so he had priority?
He had priority. Yep.
Oh, that is hilarious. I didn't go on my computer to see who bid what, but that's even funnier now.
They
that's
both
really
bid the same amount. Okay. Well, we're speaking of the devil. We're going to go ahead and bring on the guest today.
Guest of honor.
We've got
distinguished guest of honor.
The distinguished guest of honor, because he is part of the most sacred game of thine week.
Yes.
Yes. I refreshed my memory, Lou. What game is this?
Sacred. Sacred week game.
It's the game of the week.
It's the fucking game of the week.
Let's
Sacred
do
week
it,
game.
man. Sacred week
Sacred
game. Hey, man.
Week game of the
week, yeah, because you know what, Danny, your team has slowly been on the up and up.
It has. It's been climbing. I mean, we'll talk about it when he gets on, but he's on a heater right now. He's on a 3-game win streak, the longest active streak currently in the league.
He's killing it, man. So
Where did he go? I'm
Danny
from
coming up here.
my last.
Oh, also, I'm his opponent, so let's go. Game of the week.
Hey, what's going on?
Jack Street's back. Went from 2-3 to 5 and fucking 3.
5 and 3 on a 3-game roll. Let's get it done.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. Longest active win streak in the league.
Mm-hmm. Is it just us 3 tonight?
Just us 3, man.
Just us 3. We got 1, 2, 3 right here.
That's all you need, man.
Hey, high fives. High five.
Bringing it.
High five.
How you boys doing?
Do we have a Candace spotting?
Sure did.
She's out in the wild.
It's out in the wild.
Out in the wild, man. Yeah, Danny, man, you've been doing it, except for like last week, because that clearly stood out. You were the only one to beat projections.
Only one.
The only
it was
one
a
to
slow week across the board, other than my team.
I'm just glad you weren't playing me.
Yeah, really, that would have been a spank. But like, you quietly climbed yourself up to 3rd place. Nice job.
Yeah, sure did. Thank you.
Job well done. So, as is tradition here with the Game of the Weekers, we're going to go through some matchups here.
Wait, hold on. I gotta ask something before you begin.
Oh, please do.
Danny, what's your take on this trade?
Oh, yeah.
Blockbuster trade.
It is.
Who's the winner? Who's the loser? And has anyone come in to...
I don't know that I can say I feel like there's a clear winner here, because I think they're both filling a need.
I think so. I mean, Tyreek is what Lou said, he was number 2 on the year.
Number 2 on the year. That's correct. Matt will no longer have...
Got that 50-point week, too. That's definitely...
He'll no longer have a top wide receiver on his team. And I mean top as in...
Matt needs a running back pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
He's rolling with Gaskin and Moss. Mm-hmm. Carson's on the IR. I mean, I think Matt needed to make a move like that.
It was a solid move.
He's getting a big piece.
And his backup, too.
Someone who's been quite underwhelming.
You need that handcuff if you're taking him on.
Exactly.
Dalvin Cook has been very underwhelming this year. I know he's had the injuries, but he's 2 touchdowns.
He's been pretty solid, but let's see. Let me pull him up here.
Only 2 touchdowns so far in the year for Dalvin Cook.
Really? Let's see what we got. I mean, you had a 17-point week, a 20-point week, a 25-point week. He was hurt for a couple weeks, it looks like, which you're always going to expect a little bit, but
it's crazy. Would you give
a
up
couple fives and sevens?
Essentially, it's a trade. Hey, I'll give you Dalvin Cook for Tyreek Hill.
Essentially.
I don't know if you do that. I don't know.
Hey, what else he's got? He's got Jonathan Taylor. He's got Henderson.
Yeah, Robbie's deep at running back.
I think
he can afford to do that.
Yeah. All right, so
I'll tell you what, though, I did try to snake my way into that one, but I couldn't come up with a good enough offer.
Yeah.
Pretty certain everybody's been chiming in on this one.
Please take one of my Denver running backs or one of my Tampa Bay wide receivers. Just take
Actually,
one
my
of them.
offer didn't include either of them.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm so happy. I get to play you with your Tampa Bay wide receivers on a bye.
Yep. It's I don't love it.
Yeah,
that was my demise.
It's a big game too.
I'm contemplating doing the same thing. I picked up Van Jefferson, and just for S&Gs, thought about throwing him in with Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Trying to beat Danny at his own game.
Well, as of now, I'm playing both Denver running backs, so I always got to have something in there.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
That's subject to change.
The duality. All right, before we talk too much into your game, let's jump into some breakdowns here, matchups rather. Let's start from the bottom here. Let's go Cratered versus Put a Huck in It.
Right,
who do we got? Who do we like? Who do we got? Is Kittle coming back from IR?
I think he is.
Oh,
Let's see what's it say.
I gotta adjust my team in another league then.
Yeah, it says Shanahan expects him back week 9.
Wow. Perfect time for Hawkinson bye
We'll
week.
see. You always got to be a little skeptical that first week back from IR, though. You don't know what to expect. Just looking at it here. Eric.
It's actually pretty close.
I like Eric's quarterback better. Josh Allen.
Remember, no Tyreek Hill and probably no Myles Gaskin.
Yeah.
No, if you know Kenyon Drake.
Here. So we're looking at, let's see. Let's assume Tyreek's out of there.
I'm trying to look at
maybe
Dalvin's
Matt plays Brandon Cooks in place of him.
Probably
maybe.
Yep, Brandon Cooks.
So let's say Cooks and Diggs versus Hopkins and Sanders.
Hey, both Cooks.
And Dalvin Cook is playing Baltimore.
Did we get a name change yet from Robbie?
Not yet.
He's probably waiting until it's fully official. I think I lean towards Matt on the wide receivers there.
Hopkins,
yeah, I think it's really close.
Yeah.
He's been playing pretty well lately.
Yeah, and if Mandy Sandys comes down with a banger.
I think he had 0 points last week. Yeah. 4 targets, no receptions. They're playing Jacksonville, though, so you would think he's going to get something.
I think I'm going to go Eric on this one. I
overall?
Yeah. I think overall this week, Eric's going to win. Because he's got Josh Allen. I think Emmanuel Sanders comes back. Cordell Patterson is just on fire. Somehow, he's on fire.
Yeah, enjoy your last game with Khalil Herbert, buddy. I'm gonna give Eric the win as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you my.
I think I'm leaning that way too. I think Eric. I mean, even with Dalvin Cook coming in, I think Najee Harris, Cordero Patterson. I think there's more upside there.
Here's my hot take. Anyone with the word crate in their name this week is not winning.
Ooh, hot take.
That's my hot take.
Are any of them playing each other?
Nope.
No.
Not one of them plays each other, huh? Yeah, I think I'm going to lean Eric in a close one.
I think I'm doing the same. It looks like all three of us in agreement there, huh?
Keep Matt at the bottom.
All right, let's go to this one.
There are brighter days ahead, Matt. It's gonna be okay.
Yep, like next year, buddy.
Yeah. You know what? Yahoo's projected
Sorry, man. I'm
standings
I'm
for the
throwing out
rest of the
jabs this
season
week.
have Matt making the playoffs.
Namaste. Namaste.
Yahoo's being really weird, but they believe in Matt. So
Do they really? Oh, online.
Their current projected standings for the remainder of the year has Matt making the playoffs.
What 3 do they have at the bottom? They have
Unless that's changed
Scott.
since yesterday. They don't have Scott Ranicky winning another game.
No, that Derrick Henry.
That hurts him a lot.
Yahoo's projecting right now Chet, Scott in the Sacco tournament.
All 3 Scots.
Yeah.
Anyone with a T in their name.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. So let's move on to the next game.
All right. Tickle My Pittman versus Rugs and Tugs in the big house.
In the big house.
Mahomes has been very pedestrian the last couple weeks.
Yeah. Very pedestrian.
But they're playing the Packers without Rodgers, so I almost feel like Rodgers being in that game would help Mahomes.
It's the State Farm Bowl.
In a shootout game, yeah. Jefferson and Chase. I mean, Dale definitely has the receiver advantage.
Yes.
Running backs.
He has the receiver advantage, the running back advantage.
I don't like any of the running backs in this game. He probably does have the advantage, but I don't love any of their running backs.
Swift is on a bye week. That is rough.
Michael Pittman is still a flex. He plays on Thursday night.
On paper, Lyjack probably has the tight end advantage with Kelsey, but Pitts has been playing. I mean, I think he had a small week last week, but the last 2 games before that, he's had 20
Calvin
plus
Ridley.
Points.
Yeah, and no more Calvin
that was
Ridley.
Great. That's crazy news.
I worry about him, though. He's
in a weird week.
New Orleans, one of the toughest matchups for tight ends. And there's really not a whole lot of options there. It could be a Cordell Patterson week,
right,
or even a Mike Davis.
It could be. It could be. Yeah, it's been a weird couple weeks here in the NFL, and it's thrown everything on its head. It's been crazy.
Let's see. Yeah, we got one guy removing himself from the league for personal reasons.
Yeah,
one guy removing himself from the league for driving under the influence for personal reasons.
Yeah.
Dale's got Swift and McLaurin on a bye. I think that hurts him.
I see Dawson Knox plugged there in the flex. Interesting play.
Rolling 2 tight ends. That's never a good sign.
That's a sign of a rough week ahead.
Is Adam still dealing with the COVID?
I don't want to pick this one. I don't feel like I feel confident either. I think I'm going to go with Scott.
Scott, you got the love.
Going to break the losing streak.
Do you need to be more specific?
Yeah, you're right.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Lyjack.
I even knew what Scott you were talking about, but
I'm going with that Scott as well. I'm going
to go with him solely on the backs of Mahomes and Kelsey this week. I think they have a big week.
He's due for one, He's due. Like Mahomes might figure it out this week.
They're going to prove us wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lyjack as well.
Oh, look, we're on the 3. We're the 3 best friends. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Let's go another crate name. Crate Train versus currently named 2 Cooks, 1 Coop.
I don't need to dive too much in the analysis on this one. I think I'm going to go with Robbie.
Okay, let's move on to the next matchup.
Hey, we're going to just toss this one away. Gosh, yeah. I want to see Adrian
Is there anything to talk about here?
That motherfucker. So,
oh yeah, bring that up.
We bid the same exact amount on him.
You want to know what it is?
Beat on the waiver priority.
I think we need to change the waiver priority so it's not first place at 10, last place at 1. It should be a fluid. It should be a fluid thing.
I just don't think that comes into play very often with the FAB system. Yeah, you're telling me.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I don't know if you can change.
Yes, you can. Not now, but at the beginning of the year. There should be three
Oh,
options.
yeah, you're right.
For
There
Fab.
is. It does still show the waiver
It
priority.
should be like rolling, or it should be set based off position, or
Yeah, we can look at that.
but that should just be a next year thing. That and defenses
Next year thing.
getting a point for 3 and outs. That's my only.
I like that. I just don't know if that's a stat that
It
Yahoo
is.
has.
I have a
Is it?
Yahoo. Yeah, one of my
Oh, yeah?
Yahoo leagues. I got like, I don't know how many points it counts where I can look through the settings. I think it's like a half point though. But you get 3 in a game. That's a point and a half for a defense. That's
Yeah, no, I like that. I
already
wonder
a
if that's
struggling
newer.
position to
I don't
score
think
points.
that's always been a stat that they have.
I'm down for that too.
So
3
we're
and
going
outs?
with the 77% probability that two cooks beats out the crate.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough that can be done.
Yeah.
To try to
I mean, any given
salvage
Sunday.
what happened. That has been one of the worst hits and injury in a long time.
I'm a little upset. I was 2
that
weeks too
varies.
early with my Jeremy McNichols stash.
Yeah, you dropped him too early. But what can
I
you
had
do?
to because I was the BIPOC.
I know.
I don't think he's going to really do that much, honestly.
I think
he's going to get a lot of the
over
receiving
AG.
work. Really? I don't think so.
I don't think AG.
I think he's going to get
come in and just be the running back, the starting running back in a week.
Oh
You
boy,
think so?
you are misinformed then.
I don't have
man
the
can do
relationship
anything.
that you have with him, but I can't imagine he's been doing football intensity workouts since 2 years ago.
I think Chet dropped a pretty penny on McNichols.
31?
I think it was something like
41?
I think it was like 45,
Oh.
yeah. I can't find it, but pretty sure it was a big number.
Oh, yeah. It was 41. Yeah.
41.
Okay.
Still not the highest buy of the year.
No.
Belongs to me. Someone I just dropped today.
All right, we'll move on here. What do we got?
Yeah, next matchup here. Let's go week 9. Gate Train, CMC versus Crate Training in Progress.
CMC.
I just want to throw this out there. I don't know that Tua will be my quarterback come Sunday because of his finger. So I might be pivoting.
Looks
Let's
like you
see.
might have to fight Chet here a little bit because Stafford's a Q tag. He did not practice today.
What's it say about him?
McVay says he will play.
McVay says he'll play. Well, then who's playing?
Yeah, I would think that probably means he will.
We'll see.
Chet's got Saquon on the COVID list.
Yep.
COVID, then not on the COVID list.
McCaffrey still
but
on
still on
IR.
ankle.
Still on IR.
Didn't do much in practice today, it says. So
You know
I'm
what?
going to assume he probably doesn't play. Gronk's on a bye.
Listen, Eckler, Elliott.
Yeah, I don't really
Andrew.
particularly think it's going to be close. You have a huge running back advantage.
Yeah, Thielen has been great. Mark Andrews, Michael Carter. I think no matter who you
that's
pick
a
up
good
as
flex
your
play.
quarterback, you might be okay. So I think he might put up a fight. It might not be, a blowout, but I think Louis going to take
I think it'll be close.
victory here.
Especially if Stafford plays. I think it'll be really close. Could even win.
Is there any Monday night
Deontay
plays?
Johnson, I'm worried about.
I don't know.
He's had double-digit points.
Tennessee's defense has been strangely decent to good the past couple of weeks, so they could put a lot of pressure on Stafford there.
Yeah, I think I'm going
Could just
to
be a shootout.
agree with you,
Derrick Henry,
Josh. I'm going to
too.
go Louis.
Yeah, and Louis, who you got?
I'm going me as well.
Okay.
The numbers speak for themselves. I was earlier in the show, Danny. I was looking at point differentials. I'm number 1 in that category in terms of points for per points against. I have 165.7, and Chet is the worst with negative 139.76.
Oof.
Over the
I
course
was looking
of
earlier
the
today.
8
You
weeks.
are on pace to set the all-time league record of points per game.
Oh,
really? I didn't
Yep.
know that. I gotta get on the
We have the
desktop
extra
more often.
flexes here, but still, I mean, you're 7 points ahead of the record right now.
Oh, of the
So,
pace? Dang. What year was
yeah.
that? Who did that?
That was Girls Gone Wild 2018.
Oh, that sounds like a Danny
Yours
team.
truly.
That's,
That's me.
yeah, I was about to say.
I already took down one record. Why not add another
Yep.
one?
All right,
And
I guess
then,
this,
does that bring us?
I think so.
Let's
Is that all
do
four?
it, boys.
Yeah.
The number 2, the number 3 team on the year. The number 2 and 4 team in terms of point differentials. A close one. We got someone on the rise and someone mixing and fixing to stay there. This is a matchup for second place.
The hype is real.
Damn. And it is currently looking like a blowout.
It's going to...
On the surface, looking here, I'm seeing a lot of Qs.
Yeah.
On both sides.
See it. I see it as well.
But I'm expecting most of these people to play.
Also the same. I like...
you got the Muth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fant's on the COVID list this week.
Yeah. I got to say,
he might still
Danny,
play if he tests negative. It's not clear if he has COVID or if he's just exposed. I don't know.
Does anybody really have COVID?
Danny, I got to say, so we're brought up the Tampa Bay wide receivers. You got the Denver running backs. If you were to pair any of these players in the NFL together, you pick the right combinations. Like, they're doing really well. Like,
Too bad
Williams,
they're not just one person.
I was thinking about it. I feel better about Gordon and Williams combining for 20 to 24 because if you look at their week-by-week production, that's typically where they're at combined, somewhere around that. I don't trust Allen Robinson. I don't think I can play him.
No, I'm kind of glad you
That's
said
my only
no
other
to my
option.
trade proposal because now I'm like, I don't want this guy at all.
I had a couple Allen Robinson trades that I turned down, but at this point, in hindsight, I probably would have taken a few of them.
you always look back. The hindsight is always 2020. Yeah, a lot of Q tags popped up for me today. I'm not sure if I should be nervous, but I think they're going to play. If I have to make any adjustments to my lineup, that could change a whole lot. Because A.J. Brown could always go off. I like Keenan Allen in this matchup. Aaron Jones. Damn.
A.J. Brown on the fucking rise.
He is.
Yes.
He is doing well.
He's not yet a top 20 wide receiver, but he will get there before the year is over.
Yeah. Last
5,
30
12,
and a half,
27,
27. Yeah.
I mean, maybe he has a core
I don't
of a
feel
lead,
good
but now
about this week with my Tampa receivers being out.
your crutch.
So what I'll need to win is some really big games for my top guys, and I just don't.
Aaron Jones?
I don't know. Josh, let me hear your prediction first before I choose. Do we have all the same choices so far?
We have all the same choices so far. And I got to believe in my squad. I think if everybody does play, it's going to be a decent week for me. Last week was a little bit nerve-wracking because a lot of my players got shut down. I got carried by like 2 of them. But I think overall I should be okay. I'm gonna go my side, my squad.
All right. I'm going to pick myself because fuck you, Josh. I'm coming for you. Number 2.
Number 2.
All right, I'm going to look at this kind of analytically. For all intents and purposes, quarterback, I'm just going to call it a wash. Receivers, Josh. Running backs, almost kind of split, but more so Josh. Tight end, Josh. Flexes, Danny. Only because Melvin, Gordon, and Williams will be exactly.
I got a low ceiling, but a high floor between the 2 of them, unless Denver just completely shits the bed.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's against Dallas, too.
It's Dallas, yeah.
So we'll see. Kickers and defenses don't matter except
Mhm.
Buffalo against Jacksonville. And you got LA against a Derrick Henry-less
Oh, I know.
Tennessee
Nice.
team.
That'll be fun to watch.
Should be interesting. Should be a good game. I'm going to have to go Josh here on this one, though. I just think Cooper Cup is...
Because fuck you,
He's
Danny. I'm defending my honor.
He's essentially putting up quarterback numbers.
He, if I read this correctly somewhere, is on pace to break Calvin Johnson's single season record for receiving yards, which is wild.
Yep.
Cooper fucking Cup, who would have thought?
It would be over 17 games, which is the advantage, but...
Oh, yeah, I don't know if that was mentioned in whatever I read, if it was talking about average or total.
Yeah, I think right now...
Asterisk, doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
but I'll still take it. I'll take the production thus far.
We're gonna in 20 years it's gonna be like in the 17-game season era.
The inaugural season.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, Danny, thanks for joining us, man. Always a
of course.
pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Best of luck to you. Let's go
of luck to
second
you.
place.
The absolute best of luck.
All right, boys. Good night.
Have a good night, man. And that will wrap up week 9. Our predictions in the book.
In the book.
Our stats out of our books into your ears. Yes.
Where we live and we tickle and we clean out your ears. Come on, guys. They're dirty.
Yeah, tickle both your ears and your pit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, best of luck this week. I do hope that the rest of the week in the NFL is very quiet. No more news, no more arrests.
Yeah, please chill out.
No more COVID. I hope
Please chill out.
NFL, yeah, that would be nice. I think everybody is kind of on the edge of their seats already, so we'll see what happens. Lou, as always, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. Thank you. You right there. You.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And as
As always, go sport.